Step into a night where history was written in sparkling gowns, perfectly tailored uniforms, and the quiet yet commanding presence of a newly crowned royal couple. Queen Mary and King Frederik's very first ball as Denmark's sovereigns was not just an event, it was a defining moment that bridged centuries of tradition with the promise of a modern monarchy. From the moment the grand doors of the royal palace opened, the world watched, captivated, as Denmark's royal landscape shifted into a new, dazzling chapter. The atmosphere was electric, each detail meticulously curated to honor centuries of royal protocol while allowing Queen Mary and King Frederik to imprint their own unmistakable mark. The Queen, radiant in a gown that combined modern sophistication with echoes of Danish heritage, seemed to command both attention and admiration effortlessly. Every sparkle on her ensemble told a story, of history, of elegance, of a monarchy confident in its future. King Frederik, steadfast and regal, exuded a quiet strength, perfectly complementing the Queen's luminous presence. Together, they embodied a partnership that would now steer the nation through the complexities and expectations of contemporary royal life. The guest list read like a roll call of history and influence: diplomats, cultural leaders, long-standing European royals, and figures of political significance gathered under one ornate roof, all bearing witness to a historic convergence. Each arrival was met with awe and scrutiny, cameras capturing every detail, from the subtle nods of recognition between dignitaries to the whispered exchanges that hinted at alliances old and new. In every corner, the mingling of tradition and innovation became tangible. Here was a monarchy fully aware of its ceremonial obligations yet unafraid to embrace the evolving narrative of public life in the 21st century. Fashion, as always, told its own compelling story. Queen Mary's ensemble was more than a dress, it was a statement. The choice of color, cut, and intricate embellishments spoke to a deep understanding of royal symbolism. Jewelry, often overlooked by casual observers, became a key player in this narrative. Each tiara, necklace, and brooch was steeped in history, subtly reinforcing the continuity of the Danish crown. King Frederik's attire, meticulously tailored, was a study in understated power, blending military precision with regal elegance, creating a perfect visual counterpoint to the Queen's radiant presence. Observers could not help but note the harmony, the balance, the deliberate choreography that transformed clothing into storytelling. Yet the magic of the evening extended far beyond fashion. The ball was a carefully orchestrated performance, where every gesture, every toast, every note played by the orchestra, carried weight and meaning. Speeches echoed through the grand halls, mixing expressions of gratitude with subtle political nuance, reminding all in attendance that the monarchy's role is both ceremonial and profoundly influential. The Queen's voice, poised and melodic, conveyed warmth and authority in equal measure, while King Frederik's reserved demeanor underscored a commitment to continuity, stability, and public service. Behind the glittering facade, the night also hinted at the personal dimensions of monarchy. The Queen and King, though seasoned in public appearances, revealed glimpses of private emotion, a shared glance here, a reassuring hand there, moments that reminded the world that at the heart of every royal duty lies human connection. Observers, journalists, and historians alike noted these subtleties, interpreting them as symbols of a modern monarchy grounded in authenticity, yet fully aware of the weight of its historical responsibilities. The evening's choreography also revealed the meticulous planning that underpins royal life. From the seating arrangements to the timing of each dance, every detail was designed to honor centuries of tradition while subtly signaling the couple's vision for their reign. The dances themselves, with steps refined through generations, served as both entertainment and ritual, linking the past to the present. Music, live and commanding, filled the halls with an almost cinematic resonance, amplifying the grandeur and the gravitas of the occasion. Public reaction to the ball was immediate and fervent. Social media buzzed with images, commentary, and admiration, with citizens and international audiences alike marveling at the seamless blending of tradition and contemporary elegance. Analysts and commentators dissected every element, from Queen Mary's choice of jewelry to the dynamics between European royal guests, noting that this ball was more than an event, it was a carefully crafted public statement. The world saw not just a royal celebration, but a monarchy confidently embracing the challenges and opportunities of modern visibility, diplomacy, and cultural relevance. In the days following, historians, fashion critics, and political commentators continued to unpack the significance of the evening. Every detail, from the floral arrangements to the subtle nods to Danish heritage in the decor, was scrutinized for meaning, symbolism, and intent. Scholars argued that the ball would be remembered not merely as a spectacle, but as a defining moment that reinforced the monarchy's enduring presence and adaptability. Queen Mary and King Frederik, in this light, emerged not just as ceremonial figures, but as strategic and charismatic leaders, adept at navigating both the public gaze and the timeless rituals that define royal life. The first royal ball was also a masterclass in media strategy and public relations, a visual narrative that intertwined history, culture, and contemporary relevance. By blending traditional pomp with accessible charisma, the couple effectively demonstrated the monarchy's ongoing vitality. Images circulated of Queen Mary smiling warmly amidst her guests, her posture exuding confidence and grace, while King Frederik's composed presence anchored the visual story. Together, their chemistry, visible to all who watched, underscored a shared vision for a monarchy rooted in respect, sophistication, and enduring public engagement. As the evening drew to a close, the world witnessed more than a ball, it witnessed a statement of intent. Queen Mary and King Frederik's first dance, symbolic in every sense, encapsulated the marriage of history and modernity, the balance between duty and personal expression. Cameras captured the glimmer of emotion, the subtle grace with which the royal couple moved, and the quiet understanding that this night marked not only a celebration but the beginning of a new era. Every observer, whether within the palace walls or beyond, understood that Denmark had welcomed a fresh chapter in its royal narrative, one defined by elegance, strategic vision, and the subtle power of human connection at the highest level of society. Beyond the glittering chandeliers and resplendent gowns, the evening subtly showcased the evolving role of the monarchy in contemporary Denmark. Queen Mary and King Frederik's approach was not just about spectacle, it was about communicating a vision of relevance, connecting with citizens while honoring centuries of royal tradition. Every handshake, every bow, every measured smile was a deliberate gesture, reinforcing both accessibility and authority. Observers noted that the couple seemed acutely aware of the duality of their roles, embodying the ceremonial gravitas expected of royalty while remaining approachable enough to bridge the distance between palace walls and public perception. The music, carefully selected to blend classical elegance with lighter, more contemporary compositions, created a dynamic flow throughout the evening. Each piece underscored key moments: a waltz for the couple's first dance, delicate interludes highlighting dignitaries, arrivals, and grand crescendos during speeches and toasts. Musicians, impeccably attired, seemed almost as much a part of the royal tableau as the guests themselves, contributing to an immersive experience that blurred the lines between performance and ceremony. Analysts later observed that the orchestration of the event mirrored the monarchy's own careful balancing act, tradition harmonizing with modernity in every note. Attention to protocol was evident in every corner, from the arrangement of the dining tables to the subtle placement of historical emblems within the decor. The Queen's thoughtful inclusion of family heirlooms, subtly integrated into her jewelry and accessories, sparked conversations among historians and royal enthusiasts alike. These choices communicated continuity and reverence, affirming the couple's deep respect for the lineage they now represent. At the same time, understated modern touches, innovative lighting, contemporary floral arrangements, and personalized ceremonial elements, signaled a monarchy confident in its ability to evolve while remaining rooted in heritage. The reactions of fellow royals and dignitaries were equally telling. Glances, murmurs, and measured gestures offered glimpses into the nuanced world of diplomacy and inter-royal relations. Experts analyzing photographs noted that the balance of personal warmth and ceremonial composure projected by Queen Mary and King Frederik strengthened Denmark's standing on the European stage. Every moment seemed calibrated to reflect not just elegance and sophistication but strategic insight, reinforcing the monarchy's dual role as a symbol of national identity and a subtle diplomatic actor in a complex international arena. Throughout the evening, the public's fascination remained palpable. Social media platforms buzzed with admiration, speculation, and admiration for the visual storytelling of the night. Images of the Queen's sparkling tiara, the King's impeccable uniform, and the orchestrated grandeur flooded newsfeeds, accompanied by thoughtful commentary on symbolism, fashion, and royal strategy. Citizens celebrated not only the spectacle but also the human story behind it, the palpable chemistry of a couple united by duty, vision, and mutual respect, stepping together into a new chapter of Denmark's history. By the time the final toast was raised and the last notes of music faded into memory, it was clear that Queen Mary and King Frederik had succeeded in more than orchestrating a memorable evening. They had staged a deliberate and profound statement, that the Danish monarchy is alive, vibrant, and capable of honoring its past while confidently stepping into a future defined by both tradition and transformation.